Welcome to the Haitian Community Podcast, where we celebrate individuals who do amazing achievements in our own Haitian community. My name is Brittany Isidore, and I'm here today with my co-host, Shaw St. Cyr. And today we have the remarkable pleasure of hosting Lindsay Francois, a remarkable Haitian-American media professional dedicated to creating compelling narratives and uplifting diverse voices within the Haitian community. Lindsay's journey began 14 years ago when she moved from Haiti to Miami. She pursued education in public relations and advertising at Florida International University, while at the same time gaining valuable experience through volunteering, internships, and her entrepreneurial endeavors. Currently, Lindsay is a media manager at the Children's Trust, a nonprofit organization, while also freelancing as a publicist, social media manager, web and graphic designer, and writer. Her passion for helping the Haitian community shines through all of her work, both in Miami and in Haiti. With an upcoming social media workshop, Lindsay aims to empower small Black creators and business owners, particularly within the Haitian community, by teaching them how to create engaging content across various digital platforms. Join us as we delve into Lindsay's inspiring journey, her unique perspectives as a Gen Z leader, and her unwavering dedication to uplifting our community, the Haitian community, through her work. Welcome, Lindsay, to the Haitian Community Podcast.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you for being patient with us. I know you're super busy, so you being able to move your calendar around and giving you enough of a notice so you can show up, we really appreciate it.
It is my pleasure anytime.
And every time I go to an event, there's a high probability that if it's a good and an important event, then I'm going to see you.
I mean, I've been loving going to the events and seeing you guys as well. Just we're connected, actually, just doing a lot of those. It's great to be able to connect with like-minded individuals and then coming together to collaborate. Like, I'm loving being here right now. So thank you so much for having me.
So let me ask you a question.
Yeah?
Do you know what month this is?
I don't know. Which month could it possibly be? Is it Haitian Heritage Month? Is it?
Ding, ding, ding.
Yes,
ding,
it's
ding,
Haitian
ding,
Heritage
ding.
Month.
It's Haitian Heritage Month.
Best month.
So is this month one of the busiest months for you?
Well, not right now necessarily. Busy in other ways because of different projects, but this is definitely one of the most exciting months for sure. You know, this is the time when the entire community, especially I live in North Miami, so obviously the entire community is very engaged in the Haitian culture. So there's a lot to see and do and get involved in. So I've been excited participating in some of those. Yes.
So what have you done for fun during this month?
For fun so far, on last Saturday, I think it was, we went to Pedale 1804. I got to see Brittany, actually. That was really fun. I went there to represent the Children's Trust, but we got to just talk to the community, enjoy each other. I didn't participate in the actual Pedale portion. I don't know if you did, Brittany.
Neither did I.
It was hot outside.
For people who don't know?
So Pedale was an event to get the community out with bikes. They did 18 miles, and then they did stops around the North Miami and North Miami Beach area, seeing different Haitian stops or Haitian sites, historical ones. So I thought that was really interesting and really cool. I would have loved to participate, but I left my bike back home in Haiti, so I couldn't. I know. I know. I'm so serious. You know, when I was leaving, I left it behind, so I couldn't.
So for those that don't know, pedale means to pedal in English, right? So you're pedaling, which is all based on getting on a bike and pedaling throughout the city, right?
Yeah.
or the county or whatever you want.
Exactly.
So
there and back.
You sure you want me to order your bike for you? I could go get it.
I think it would be fun. No, I honestly wanted to go.
Okay.
Honestly, I would have loved to do it. I'm more of a runner right now, but it would have been really fun to do that. And then afterwards, when the participants of Pedale came back, we got to offer some scholarship to some students.
Wow.
So there was an 1804 scholarship between the Children's Trust and various partners around the community, along with North Miami. So I thought that was an amazing event, an amazing opportunity to connect, not just with the parents, but also the children. So I had a lot of fun, and I'm so excited.
Wow. You guys are bringing gifts.
Yeah.
Every time you guys come around, it's always good news. It's always good news. So let's dig into your past a little bit.
Yeah.
14 years here in the United States?
14 years, yeah.
Do you feel more American or more Haitian, or do you feel some dichotomy of Haitian American at this point?
I would say the Haitian side of me will never leave me. You know what I mean? And I live with Haitian people. I live in a Haitian community, you know, so it never actually left me. But I would say now, 14 years later, having really integrated with the culture, there's a lot of American culture itself that I appreciate, and some that I don't think are some ideas or some values that I think maybe the Haitian culture itself can share to help itself grow. So I would say I'm definitely 100% Haitian, but I do enjoy being able to have both backgrounds, and that's a superpower, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, and a little bit off camera, just a while ago, we were talking about your name.
Yes.
And how it changed when you left Haiti and came to Miami.
Yeah, it didn't change. People changed it, if anything, right? But when I first moved here, I went to church. I started going to church. It was a Haitian church, but I thought it was funny because even then they weren't able to pronounce my name the correct way. My name is pronounced Lindsay, right? Lindsay. My mom is Haitian, so she pronounces it with the accent and everything. But after a while, I think I got honestly annoyed with having to correct people and say, oh, well, it's actually Lindsay. And if you have an American accent, saying a word like that is a little harder, I guess. It's just like Francois, you know, they say Francois. And yeah, so I just went along with it as opposed to fighting the system, which I think obviously has its downsides. But yeah, it happens. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never looked at your name, Francois,
yeah,
and thought to myself, that C sounding like a K sound. I mean, I know there's a cicity, right, in there, but just generally speaking, whenever you see that name, it's pronounced with the S sound. And my name is all S sounds, even though I have a lot of C's in there. That CH in French is a sh sound. But when I say my name to Spanish-speaking people, it's cha.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, okay. Or if you're Portuguese, Lusophone, they think I'm T because cha means T in Portuguese.
Well, in Mandarin as well, actually. I don't know if
So how and why was the transition here?
Why the transition?
Yes, why and how?
Well, 14 years ago was the earthquake in Haiti. That happened. The earthquake occurred. About a month and a half later, honestly, by the grace of God, really, we were able to travel from the Haiti to the Dominican Republic and then come here. So that was it. My parents were adamant about continuing our education and making sure that we didn't get left behind. So we were blessed, like extremely blessed to be able to do that, to be able to move only a month after everything occurred. But yeah, my parents they really wanted to make sure we continued our education. And we didn't honestly even think that we were going to stay as long as we did. I didn't think so. I made sure when I got here, I remember like writing down everything. I was absorbing everything about the school system. And I used to visit all the time for vacation. So it wasn't new to me in terms of like what Miami looks like and what the environment is typically like. like. But going to school in Haiti and going to school in Miami is like two different things. This was my first time being in a co-ed school. This was my first time wearing even pants to school. You know, it's a very tiny thing, but like wearing pants to school, I remember that being like a really weird moment for me, but exciting, of course. And then after a while, when my parents realized that things just would take a little bit longer to get better, they decided, why not try and see what this could bring. And 14 years later, here we are.
Yeah, I don't think Haiti ever recovered from the earthquake.
Yeah, I don't think so either, which is really sad. I would have loved to be able to go back, even to visit.
You haven't been back?
I haven't been back, unfortunately. I hope one day I'll be able to, but I haven't been able to do that. I think it's going to take time, and I think there's people who are working on making that happen. It'll just take time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry.
I'd love to know, when you think back to those first 14 years in Haiti, what are some memories that you remember that just bring a smile on your face, or that you wish you could just transport yourself back to?
Oh my God, are you trying to make me cry right now?
Not intentionally.
There you go. I'm going to add some spice to it.
Thank you. Well, my favorite memory of all is definitely visiting Moulins-sur-Mer. It's a place in Haiti. I'm geographically, I can't tell you exactly where in Haiti.
I have the same struggle.
Okay,
It's
okay, good. Just in case. But Moulins-sur-Mer is one of the most beautiful places ever. You have to get out off of the island and go to the actual island, Moulins-sur-Mer, to get there. We went there for, I think, 3 to 4 days, and I just remember this. We took a boat ride during the sun setting, and then you smell of the griot and the smell of like the natural air. You know, people are farming, people are piate, and they're just kind of doing their thing, you know. That was definitely one of my favorite memories. Till this day, it's all I talk about. Vacationing in the provinces. I'm from the capital, but vacationing in the provinces with my family and visiting the other side of my family has always been one of my favorite memories. Always will be. Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that memory.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you transition into leaving Haiti to still being passionate about the people of Haitian descent.
Yeah.
Can we talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. I think my dad and my family, a lot of my family stayed behind in Haiti, so that connection continued. And like I mentioned earlier, going to school here, I still am around a lot of Haitians. So it's there's a change, but being around people you know makes a huge difference. And just being informed through my parents, through my family back home about what's going on, I felt like it was necessary for me to make sure that whatever passions I decide to pursue, that they align with my overall vision of what I hope one day Haiti could look like. You know, I know I'm one person, and maybe there's not like huge things I can do right now, but there are some things that I could do within my career to help out the community, and that's the thought that I had going into it.
Do you hear this? I'm seeing pictures as Lindsay. Okay, hold up. By the end of this podcast, y'all, I'm going to get it right.
I love that.
I'm seeing pictures while you speak.
Yeah.
I'm seeing you talk about, you know, how you want things to look like back home, the memories that you had.
Yeah.
And we just introduced you. The one word that pops out to me and connects to this is media.
Yeah. Yes. I'm so glad you're saying this, because oh my God, I could talk all day about media, honestly.
We got some time.
I could deep dive into it, but I definitely think, and I've said this to multiple people as we talk about what could we do for Haiti in the future, I think that media is one of it's not a strength of ours yet, but it's such a powerful tool. It's such a powerful tool to educate people, to inspire people. And I think using it to show Haitian kids who are the future of Haiti what life could look like early on could be such a great it could be such a great initiative. It could be something that we do now to ensure the future of Haiti 100 years later is better than what it is today. And I've been talking about this, and it's not just in movies, it's not just in music, it's also in the books that we're creating, it's also in the conversations that we're having. This podcast, for example, is a great opportunity to be able to spread that message and start to inspire these kids and show them a different path than what they're typically used to.
I think that like your Linus, very quiet.
My
in
what?
the sense of Linus, right? In the sense that to make a change, I think you have to fight some of your what's the word I want to look for? Some of your roadblocks, if you will, right? And you're not afraid to pick up the phone. You're not afraid to send out an email. You're pushing back against your own challenges to really be an impactful person in the community. How has it been, and who inspired you to say, I'm going to reach out to a whole bunch of people, whether I know them or whether I don't know them, because having a connection with these people can make a change and make a difference?
Yeah, it's perfect. I have a two-part answer. I would say, in terms of inspiration, growing up in Haiti, we don't have a lot of movies that are kid-friendly, age-appropriate or anything like that, right? And I remember watching the movies, American movies, because that's pretty much the only thing I was allowed to watch, but in French. So I watched a lot of those movies, and I always thought, okay, so obviously anything is really possible, not because of the actor in the movie, but the storylines itself. So I thought that was very powerful, and that's why I love that you brought that up earlier. Part of of my mindset now comes from the movies that I used to watch as a kid. So I credit a lot of that to, I guess, the writers mostly that decided to write the movies that they did write, that could inspire me now to take a leap of faith, because I'm like, you never know, you know what I mean? If you put out good things in the world, good things will come back to you. That's what I learned from the movies that I watch. So I try to go with that mindset and do that. But also, most importantly, and I should have started there first, but my mom, I would say, is definitely someone who inspires me.
Okay.
She has been from the moment I was a child. I've seen her being an entrepreneur, a student, and be adaptable to any stage of her life. She's handled that pretty well with class and grace, and I love her for it, and she's definitely one of my biggest inspirations. I see her now going back to school, and I'm like,
wow.
I'm ready to cool. I'm done. Like, why are you going back? You know, and now I'm like, I'm inspired to even get my master's. I'm like, maybe I should, you know, because I'm seeing her do that. So yeah, between that and between the movies that I watched and the stories.
Can you name like two of them? I gotta go watch some movies.
Well, they're very particular to my personality
like
type.
Your secret weapons that you're not gonna share.
It is my secret weapon. I will tell you. I would tell you. It's a little bit of it's, like I said, it's very specific to my personality type. I would say.
You would tell me, it's fine.
I'm a little shy about it, but Legally Blonde is actually one of the ones that come up to me.
That was a great movie.
It was a great movie. Yeah. And think about
everything was against her.
Exactly, right? And the entire time she didn't care. She was just there for herself. She showed up as herself every single time, which is another beautiful thing that I like about that movie, is her coming with like her all pink outfits or whatever, or being super fashion forward, while everyone else is, exactly. Everyone else is kind of more professional or more serious, and she's just being herself, and everything else just gravitates towards her. So I think that's one of my favorite movies for sure, and that's a lesson that I learned from there, even though it's about, you know, a cute blonde girl.
Yeah, I mean, I'm coming from a legal background, and you learn to be, what's the word, like basically just black and white. I don't know why the word's escaping me, but just not even a pastel. Like everything is just done a particular way. It's very bland.
Yeah.
There's no sparks in it. And she brought illumination to a world where she was acting outside the scope of what the behavior is supposed to be. And she brought cheerfulness. She brought her own dynamics that you couldn't help but appreciate.
Exactly. And she brought herself, basically.
Yeah, she brought herself.
I'm so glad. Thank you for understanding where I'm coming from.
Yeah, you know, it's a good movie.
It is. It's a great movie. People usually laugh when I say like that's one of the movies that I really enjoy.
And there's a twist to it because the blonde aspect of it kind of represents being ditzy.
Yeah.
Right? Just not getting it, just being a little bit off kilter.
Yeah.
But she's right on point with it.
She is. And she's not like smart in the same way that the other lawyers are deemed smart, right? But her brain works a little differently. I think this is the in the movie where she figured out what happened because she understood how hair worked.
Yeah.
And the other lawyers were men, first of all, and they're just not into that kind of stuff. So even though it was kind of obvious in a way, no one else would have gotten that because they didn't have the same interests and hobbies that they have, which also is a great argument for why diversity, not just in what people look like, but their ideas and where they come from really, really matter, because you get results like this. And I know this is a movie, like I said, but it is completely possible in real life. Like they say, art imitates life. So, you know, or life imitates art. Yeah.
Absolutely. This is so good. So we threw in so many things here, right?
Yeah.
We talked about media. You have a whole entire background in graphic design. How does that play into, the movies that you saw and web design? Like, you talked about the writers who wrote the scripts.
Yeah.
And can you share a little bit more about, how did you get into that path?
Yeah. So I would definitely consider myself a self-starter. I was looking for a new opportunity at the time to expand my, to progress in my skills. And I found out that you could actually sell your templates, your website design templates on Etsy, as an example. And I was like, I can't believe no one told me this. I'm going to learn everything I can about it, and I'm going to make some money off of Etsy. So then I researched the niche. I found that Black small business owners in the beauty fashion space had the hardest time getting their websites to look like it was above budget. You know what I mean? So I concentrated on Black business owners in the fashion and beauty space, and then I reached out to them and matched their aesthetic to my skills, and that's basically how I help them. I still do it till this day. I'm working with a brand now. Actually, I've been working with them since I started this journey, and now they're a little bit further in terms of branding than they were about 3 years ago, and that progress didn't just come from them. It came from me as well. Like, we've been working together, so to see where they were, where I was to now, we're just so excited. Launching June 3rd, Akani.
So that was
awesome.
that was a skill set.
Shameless plug.
Say it again.
Just a shameless plug.
Oh no, it's all gravy.
You said it's Akani?
Yeah, Akani. ACANI.
ACANI.
Yep.
Sounds Italian.
Beautiful brand. Yes.
So you were cold calling those.
Yeah.
Right?
Cold calling. Well, more like cold emailing, cold
Everything
Instagram.
freezing.
Yes.
Cold.
If I tell you all of my secrets right now, you're going to be like, wow, you're crazy.
No, but that makes you strong.
Yeah.
Right? Because you're going to get the no's, even it's nothing but net positive for these people.
Yeah.
Like, here's an opportunity. You're doing it for free. You're investing your time. All they have to do is like it.
Well,
right?
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
Yes. Yeah.
And you were able to connect with a lot of these businesses and have them elevate their presentation, right?
Yeah.
Their presence in the community.
Mm-hmm.
How did that help you in other areas of your life? As far as somebody, I don't know who told you to cold email.
I know.
But
I had a strategy.
Yeah.
I had a whole strategy.
Take notes.
No, seriously.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I don't mind sharing this whatsoever, because if you are starting from nothing or in high school and you want to do this is a strategy that worked for me. If you have $0 to put behind ads, do it. I don't mind whatsoever. But what I did was, so this is a social media hack, but because we share so much of what we say on social media, right? If you hate your hair, you'll tweet it real quick or go on Instagram and say it.
Okay.
Or maybe not you.
I don't know about that, but go ahead. Please.
But people usually share their feelings about whatever it is on social media.
Right.
And so knowing that, I spent a lot of time on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, just putting, I need a website, or I need someone to make a website for me. Different ways people would say the same thing. And then I would just go through the latest posts to see who's looking for a website. I would look at what they have now, see what I could do for them, and then I would reach out. And I kept an Excel sheet where I was able to locate their all of their social media platforms. When was I reaching to them? When was the first time I reached out to them? Did they reply? Did they not reply? How long am I going to take to do the next one? Everything was super organized. And then if they said yes, then I was able to then pitch them the template. And then a lot of the times people would be like, I love the template, but actually I have an idea that I wanted to execute, and with your help, I would love to do that. And I'm like, even better. So now one-on-one, I can recreate an entire website for them from scratch. So that's how I was able to do it.
The website? I just thought you were doing like the flyer.
Yeah.
Or just their logo
the design for the website. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Wix, Shopify.
That takes a lot of trust as well.
For sure.
For them to give you access to their website off of a cold email.
Yeah.
Especially, I mean, a lot of these small businesses are not utilizing their websites.
Yeah.
And it's underserved, it's under set up, and you're actually taking your time out, and you're like the what do you call them? The guardian angel of the websites for them.
Yeah, and I think I think it's such an easy, I don't want to say easy, because if it's not something you're interested in, you're not going to find out how to do it, right? But it's such an easy way to help business owners, you know what I mean? It's a starting point. So targeting specifically Black entrepreneurs, I think overall that helps our own community, you know what I mean? That's how you bring it back home, right. You know what I mean? They already have the websites, they have the businesses, so obviously they have the ambition to get started, but now it's like we have to get your presentation to match the audience that would want to spend with you. So I am still excited to be able to do that for business owners and connect them with the community, but help them compete as well with other brands.
So after you've done that, right? Do you just get thank you and deuces, or do they understand that what you've given them is so high value that they're not going to just let you walk away from the relationship or the rapport that you just established with them? Yeah.
So it's usually not usually, I would say, because I've done hundreds and I'm not working with hundreds of clients at all times one-on-one. But yeah, so once the websites or graphics or whatever are completed, I do definitely try to make sure I stay up to date with that business owner. But like I said, again, we're also working with small business owners, people who are just getting started. So I would say, unfortunately, there are a lot of people too, which I learned that maybe they'll only there for 2 years or a year, you know what I mean? And maybe they don't come back for like another or at all, you know what I mean? Okay. So you'll see that in that niche, that's very small beauty and fashion niche. Akani, for example, like I said, we started working together pretty much right at the beginning of me taking this on full time. Yeah. And now where I don't just design her website or create flyers or anything like that, I flew to Atlanta actually last month to go and shoot an entire campaign coming out June 3rd. Yes, the one by the pool coming out June 3rd.
Yeah. That's amazing. Live and in action. Live
and in action. So I went to Atlanta. This is where the founder Bianca is located. She and we created this concept for the summer. She has a new job coming out, and I went over there. This was actually my first time meeting her in the 3 years too, which is crazy. But we got to meet finally, and we got to create this amazing campaign together so that we can launch it. So that's an example of how. And I remember literally she called me when I first reached out to her, and she was like, I just want to make sure you're not a scammer. So if I get on a call? And I was like, of course. We got on FaceTime, and and now 3 years later, look at us.
It's unheard of.
You know,
people being that nice. Like being the nonprofit for no profit.
Well, right. No, I'm definitely not.
Well, no, I'm saying initially you would just call them and you would, her not specifically, I'm saying your cold emailing at one point was just to lend a helping hand.
Exactly.
People don't do stuff like that.
I know,
What's your self-interest? What do you want to get out of this?
Yeah.
Like, no, I just
want to help.
I just want to help.
Truly.
What?
I know.
And you enjoy doing this.
I do. I completely enjoy doing this. My family will tell you now, they're always coming to me and being like, you need to stop talking about your ideas. You need to wait, figure out what the contract looks like, whatever, and then you can spill off your ideas. But I get passionate, especially about media, especially about helping businesses that look like me. I'm like, I don't mind telling you what it is. I believe God will eventually that whatever it is will come back to me. Whatever good I put out in the world will come back to me. So good karma. Yeah. So I don't worry much about like sharing my ideas or sharing my skills with people, especially if they need it and could use it.
What are some tips or strategies that you routinely use that have like just come in handy for you in this, freelancing world of doing media, web design, graphics, now in-person campaigns?
Yes.
Right?
The biggest thing that has changed my entire life is confidently building community. I wanted to say two things. First, being confident going in, and then creating community, and then build in that community confidently. I think from the beginning of my journey, freelancing, writing, etc., being connected with different people, really connecting on a different level, not on the surface level, but really understanding that individual has made a difference, because then you can all like relax and the walls can come down and you can actually collaborate and create magic together. So I would say connecting has been the biggest weapon over the past few years, for sure.
So good. And how does that play into your freelancing, play into your connection back home in Haiti? Does that tie into maybe some of what you're doing at the Children's Trust?
No, not directly. So they're all a little separate in that sense. So things that I was doing back in Haiti, I volunteered for about 2-3 years with SOBE. They're a nonprofit organization based out here in Miami, helping kids in Haiti to get school supplies, tuition, and uniforms to go back to school, which was a very hard task to do once you actually got the money, because now you have to make it to Haiti and get through all of the hurdles. I didn't get a chance to go, but here in Miami, I assisted with curating an entire fashion show to fundraise for the children. Wow. And this is another way, again, like I said, like using my passion to turn those and to help those in need. I love fashion and I love media, so I get to be engulfed in the fashion space, and I get to do the media stuff. But I know that the fruit of it, the fruit of my labor, will go back to the kids. So
I'm
that was
go feed
exciting.
the children and feed the poor right now.
Yeah, you gotta
go
help
do that.
out.
Not only during Thanksgiving, I think I'm gonna go do it after this.
It's even better. I'll join you.
Okay, I know you will, because you out here dedicating your time, your invaluable time, building up your skill sets.
Yeah.
Just so you can help people. That is simply amazing.
I mean, what else are you going to really actually do?
You'd be surprised what people can do with their time.
I know, but I'm like, you might as well, no? Like,
Absolutely.
You might make it. Yeah, that's what we're all here for, to help each other out,
Absolutely.
But yeah, so we were able to do that. We were able to assist a couple of kids, hundreds of kids back in Haiti, to get access to education. It's becoming
is it still
harder.
Going on?
It is still going on, but unfortunately, I'm not part of the organization at this time, obviously, but they're not able to make it to Haiti as much as they would like to.
Of course.
So, it helps it helps to have people reach out and try and donate, obviously, but as you know, the situation in Haiti has only gotten worse.
Well, let me know a little bit more about that off camera. I would love to participate in that.
Yeah,
that is amazing.
Yeah.
Because my aunt was collecting books here so she could build a library in Acul,
I like
Acul
that.
du Nord. My dad's a teacher
Yeah.
in Haiti.
Wow.
Like there's this whole movement of, bringing crates of clothes, but we definitely want to see the ecosystem of Haiti change.
Yeah.
And there are empowered people here who are not utilizing those powers.
Yeah.
And if we could put in our hands to assist,
Yeah.
helping hands, if you
Yeah.
will, then that's what we'll do.
You know what I thought was interesting? This is something that I've thought about. So I'm going to put it out there, put out there in the platform, and I hope someone who's listening
Picks up on
picks up on it. I'm
Yeah.
not able to do it right now. I know that for sure. I would love to be able to do this, but I saw that Africa was building these different labs where they were training people. African people how to utilize the internet to make money from abroad. And I thought about it. I'm like, why don't we have stuff like this in like the provinces where it's away from the capital's danger at this very moment?
Yeah.
And train these young men, young women who are just, there's nowhere else to go. So yeah.
We might know a little something about that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we might know a lot about that at the moment.
Oh.
So what you're talking about, the STEAM, the STEM,
Yes, them. Yeah.
the digital bridge that could be created to be able to provide these types of services right from the country
Yeah.
will impact the community
Yeah.
in ways that people are just not trying to escape, but they're trying to change. And I think that is a major issue when you're looking at what inevitably everyone's trying to do.
Yeah.
You're really trying to just abandon the country,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
just go live somewhere else and never come back, while we're only going to be nomadic that way if we don't control and improve who we are as a land.
Yeah.
Because as a community, we're everywhere.
Yeah.
Right?
Literally.
So we can't just become a diasporic population that has no longer any land to call home.
Yeah. we'll
And
be
that's already
homeless.
happened to us pre-1804.
Literally.
Right.
And I don't necessarily, I sympathize with wanting to leave. You know what I mean? I still have friends who are extremely talented
Right.
and deserve opportunities, and just see no way around the situation. I sympathize with that for sure.
Yeah, of course.
But I do think that reinvesting ultimately is the only way forward, And like I said, we were speaking to earlier about media and how do we show that, showing stories of what it would be like if people were to stay. What if people didn't fight anymore? Nothing. Well, I mean, I love Haitian movies, don't get me wrong, but something along those lines,
Right.
How we shift the mindset of the community as a whole.
Well, that's so pre-Vietnam War, everyone was proud in the United States to be shipped off, to be, some people would have run from the draft, but they would try to escape the draft, but no one saw the amputations, the blowing up of legs, the killing of babies, right? Throwing babies up in the air and catching them on the swords. I mean, on the I forgot what they call it on the rifles, right? It was horrid. And once those images were captured, parents were like, "Oh no, you're not sending my baby into this chaos."
Yeah.
Nobody really knows what's going on. It's the media
Yeah.
that are risking their lives and going on to these danger zones, into these trenches, and capturing and being blindfolded to go speak to these gang leaders
Yeah.
about what their cause is and getting their perception of what's taking place. And a lot of them are saying, we're tired,
Yeah.
right? But simultaneously, how are we going to make an impact so everyone's just not tired? And the way we do it is with education,
For sure.
but also resources. I forgot who I was listening to. I was listening to today or yesterday, where there's a friend of mine who was talking about you could be as educated as you possibly can be, but he's been door knocking since he was 21 years old. And it wasn't until he started building that social equity that he can actually make a change in the lives of the people that he knows, but also for his life as well.
Yeah.
And if we're not connecting, right, we're not using the digital ability to connect to the people on the mainland or find a way to provide resources so that we can help each other on both sides.
Yeah.
It's going to be tragic. It's going to stay tragic.
Yeah.
Not even be tragic.
But I mean, I have hope at the same time.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't know if you guys are seeing what Gertrude is doing over in Haiti. Gertrude, yes. I've seen her mostly on Instagram. So I've been following her right now, and I'm like so proud of her, and I think she's doing amazing things in Haiti. We need more people like her. You know what I mean? And we have other people who are also doing amazing things. She's just one of the examples that I'm giving, but we need more of that. We need more of us just being like, forget the going to someone else and asking them to do it or whatever. Let me just gather all the resources that I have, gather people that I know who can help me, and go and do and get it done, you know? And I think being able to see that representation, that positive message that she keeps putting out, I think that is a starting point for us to make a difference, not just in Haiti, but in the way that Haitian American diaspora sees itself. So, yeah.
That's wonderful. And I think that something that people are starting to learn about Dr. Gertrude is that she actually has been working in Haiti for many, many years, and is planted in Haiti and is working in the education field. And I think it's so beautiful impressive. How this work with the canal is making her a household name.
It's so beautiful. I think they're calling her Mama La Via or something like that. I'm like, amazing. But most importantly, I'm just excited for the people that she's impacting by doing the work that she's doing.
She's
and she just looks like she's really enjoying it, and I'm very happy with that.
You know, this isn't the first time that Kenyans been in Haiti. There's a woman who named Wangari Maathai, who's Kenyan, who went to Haiti because Haiti has, if not is, the most deforested country in the Caribbean, because they're taking the trees down and they're making charbon, right? They're making, what do you call that?
Coal.
Coal. Coal, right?
Yeah.
And because of that, the soil, the fertile soil of the country is disappearing.
Yeah.
It's going, and also Haiti is the most mountainous country in the Caribbean.
Yes, it is.
And so the topsoil can easily slide when you don't have roots keeping the soil from just sliding down.
Yeah.
And so she went to Haiti, and she also got a Nobel Peace Prize. Went to Haiti to make that impactful change. We're not even eating the rice that comes from the country right now.
Yeah.
You know, it's coming from Idaho. I forgot which mid-state country, mid-state state, if you will. And if we are importing our rice from the United States, if we're importing our food from Dominican Republic, what else do we have?
What else?
The natural resources that these multi-billion-dollar corporations are coming to tap into, that is not going to go back into the pockets of the people.
No.
When we look at Nigeria, when we look at Angola, when we look at Ghana, we still see extreme levels of poverty. Just having natural resources, they already knew it was on the radar. They have these satellites up already.
Yeah.
So one of the reasons that they say that they can't tap into the workforces in the country is due to the lack of skilled laborers.
Yeah.
So we need to find a way for us to be able to build our own empires and maintain our own empires.
Yeah.
And we talk about Haiti quite a bit. We had a conversation earlier about Haitians leaving Haiti to become farmers
in America,
right here.
Yeah.
I'm listening to this.
Or
I'm like,
Chile
wait.
and
You getting on a
stuff.
bus to go
Yeah.
to Homestead to farm?
Yeah.
Didn't we fight against this? Right? And that's what happened after 1804. And that's what
Yeah.
happened here in 1776. Granted, Juneteenth took place in Texas and Louisiana. That after slavery, they just went back to the same work conditions, getting chump change, crumbs, and building out the penitentiary system, right? So when you're looking at us having certain sets of skills, we don't have to go back to what got us here in the first place. When Haiti won the revolution, the largest embargo, because nobody's going to deal with Africans.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
We don't consider it a country. I don't care who's declaring it. United States, France, United States ally was France.
Mm-hmm.
They're not going to do business with us. So we had to fend for ourselves. We weren't able to build our infrastructures. And then for the fact that we weren't able to build our infrastructure, they tacked on a debt. Right?
Yeah.
That to this day you can blame, but there's more to the story than just that.
Yeah.
And so we have to find a way to not just leave and never go back or just send clothes. It's not enough.
We have to build something. Yeah, for sure. We definitely have to build our own things. And like I said, I think starting a little further out could help because it's isolated enough. It's a little bit quieter to make things happen. People are usually, or at least from my memory, are usually a bit more community focused since it's not the city. It's more of a community. So yeah. So I think that it'll take time, a while, and I know we're definitely tired of hearing that it'll take time, but with more of each and every one of us doing it, I think we're gonna get there. We just need to not give up hope ever. Yeah. That's it.
But we also have to find a way to stop idling and do certain things like what you're doing. You're getting up. You putting on a cape.
Not the cape.
Yeah.
Not the cape. Not the
Well,
cape.
listen, call it what you want. All right. But you're out here putting in the work and making a change and doing things for community development, which was the transition.
And before we do that transition, can you tell us a little bit more about, the cape that you're going to be putting on the upcoming workshop that you have and what people can look forward to for that workshop?
Yes, I am definitely excited for that. So June 29th, I am going to be holding a second workshop, a second social media workshop. We did one back in February, I believe it was. And this is in collaboration with ZW Events and Center for Black Innovation in Midtown. So basically it is about 4 hours. It is divided into different sections. We have a panel of influencers that will discuss how to monetize your platform and how to reach brands that you want to work with. And then I will go into how to actually create your content and make sure that it is cut well, aesthetically pleasing, sounds all good, and is ready to launch. And also we will have we have different little surprises, which I won't go into too much, but we have different surprises there. So I hope you guys can make it. It's going to be from 12 p.m. until about 4 or 5 p.m. At the Center for Black Innovation on June 29th.
How do people find out about it?
Yeah, so following me on social media, I'm at Lindsay CLF, or that's a Lindsay _, or ZW Events, or the Center for Black Innovation's page.
Okay. Yeah. But this isn't the first one.
No, this is not the first one. This is the second one. I'm very excited. The first one was our pre-trial, if you will. Now we're coming back with more resources for everyone. By the time everyone leaves, I want them to be able to not just create content, but really have a sense of where they know. I want them to have a sense that they're prepared to go into the content creation world, the space itself, and they understand what they want to say and they know how they're going to say it. Businesses, brands, creators, inspiring creators, they're all welcome to join. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then it's also an opportunity to collaborate with other brands and small creators. So if you want to create content for the next 30 days and not have to think about it, you might as well come in, do your 30-day content with us. And then
right there on the spot.
Exactly. You can already have it, because the idea is that it's supposed to be a hands-on workshop. You know what I mean? So I've gone through to a lot of events, and a lot of it is inspirational work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Theory and everything. And I'm just like, that's really great, but how do I do the thing I came here to
you're
do?
touching on something
You know,
really, really strong, because I feel that every time there's a workshop, or a lot of times there are workshops that are taking place here, it's just a summary of things that you can do.
Exactly.
It doesn't actually go through the hands-on experience, so people understand. It's just like, okay, let me tell you what's out there. Let me tell you about AI.
Yeah.
Right? But how does it work for a business? Do some real case study work right in front of everybody.
Exactly. You know, and that's why I didn't want to do it that way. From day one, I was like, I don't want to do it that way. I know what works for me as someone who academically struggled for a little bit. I'm like, I liked everything to be as hands-on or visual as possible. So I want to make sure I'm offering that to whoever attends, that, you know, you left and you're not just inspired to go and create content for your business, but you have all the tools that you need to do it, and you can do it for someone else today because you already learned it with me. So yeah, it's gonna be great. I hope to see you guys
pretty
there.
empowering.
Yeah.
Aspiring content
Okay,
creator
We'll
speaking
go.
right now. So
Perfect.
I'm about to be armed.
She's a Renaissance woman.
Perfect.
She does it all about it.
No, I see her. Oh my God,
Yeah, yeah.
yes.
Listen, I'm learning. I'm taking notes.
I love it.
Yes.
So go ahead.
As we talk about, so we spoke about freelancing, right?
Yeah.
We spoke about Haiti. We spoke about precious memories.
Yeah.
Right? Your mother being a role model and an influence.
Yeah.
Earlier on in this conversation, we talked about what it meant to reinvest in the community, right? And how we think that's something that we need to do in Haiti.
Yeah.
Can you talk about maybe you know an organization, maybe you know of an organization that is really known for its efforts giving back to the community, reinvesting and giving people voice, perhaps?
Yeah. So one of the organizations that I work with is the Children's Trust. They're a dedicated source of revenue for Miami-Dade County residents to reinvest, like you said, in education, after-school programs, summer camps, and services for the children and families living in specifically Miami-Dade County. So part of my work is unveiling the stories of the communities that we're targeting, that we're impacting, that we're working with on a daily basis, and also connecting the community to those resources, because obviously, like, the information is out there, but it takes someone or a team, like the amazing team that I have at the Trust, to go and share that information with everyone. So within my role, I have the privilege of being able to communicate with the Haitian community exactly what the Trust is offering. Going back a little bit, the Trust is funded specifically by Miami-Dade County residents, and from there it's funded by taxpayers, right? So you're already investing, as all Haitian households are technically already investing in the Children's Trust. So it's imperative that we make sure that the people who have already invested in something get that investment in return. So my role, like I said, is to communicate with them, let them know what's going on, and hopefully get them to sign up for the resources like the book club or the after-school programs and the summer programs. Because, like I said again, in my mind, helping them is helping our entire community as a whole. So every child that gets a book or signs up for an after-school program or receives a scholarship is one step closer, not just for Miami-Dade's progress, but for, on a smaller scale, the Haitian community's progress.
Where do you find time to have a magazine?
Well, I did it in 2020. So at the time there was more time because it was 2020.
Yeah.
But it was important for me to write that at the time because we were going through a lot. You know, I was going through a lot. A pandemic was happening. Anxiety was at a higher level than usual.
Right.
So I wrote the magazine not just to help myself, settle into the new world that we were living in, but also to help other people who might be going through the same thing. So it was a lot of fun chats about how to do exercises that won't make you feel like you're exercising, like dancing or roller skating, and those are all good things that could also lead to a happier and healthier life. So it might sound like childish to get on a bike for an hour and travel around Miami. But by the time you come back, depression is gone, your skin looks better, and you're healthier. So those are the discussions that we were having, and yeah.
So the project is no longer?
At the moment, no. I freelance and I still write for different publications, but it's not on a continuous basis. It's when I have something that I want to say and I think it is important for me to bring it forward, then I write it and reach out to someone and share it with the world. Yeah. Yeah.
So there's a lot going on in your life. You got a lot going on.
Yeah.
How do you keep yourself motivated?
Yeah.
You seem to be a little bit no nonsense. Like when it comes to yourself and the disciplines that you keep for yourself to keep yourself armed and ready to go.
Yeah.
Would you mind sharing some of that?
Yeah, no, not at all. Motivation. I think what motivates me the most is being better than I was the day before or the year before. Okay. I will tell you for sure that's number one. I'm like, every time I'm like, oh, it's been a while since I got back on the treadmill, for example. I'm like, oh, remember where you were last year? You need to do better this year. So get back on there. And then other things to keep me motivated is that I gamify a lot of my goals. So when I think about, I'll take this as an example because this is one of my favorite hobbies, running. No one wants to exercise. If we could all look the way we wanted to look without having to get on a workout, we probably would, unless you're a health nut in that way. But for me, how I keep myself going in the exercising is by setting a goal to do 10 races, right? For this year, for example, I want to run 10 and get 10 races and get 10 medals. The medals are a prize for me, right? Even though technically you pay for it, I get that prize and I get to go home and feel accomplished. But in order to show up to those races, I have to go and work out 5 days a week. So it's kind of the longer way to stay consistent, but it motivates me to know that I've set a specific goal in mind, and now all I have to do is show up every day to the gym, and by the end of the year, I'll have 10 medals to look at, for example. I'm also writing a lot more these days for some projects that I have coming up, and I would love to talk about it with you guys another time.
Yes, of course.
But how I gamify that, for example, is by finding a community around me that can keep me exactly that can keep me accountable. You know, it's not necessarily that they're walking you through the process and being like, hey, Lindsay, did you write what you needed to write or whatever, but being in that environment, it allows me to be like, oh, okay, this I noticed that they were doing that, I didn't even know I needed that, now I know, go back and then I make that change if I need to. So yeah, just surrounding myself with like-minded individuals that keeps me motivated, and also just wanting to do better, to be better than who I was yesterday, who I was last year, or 14 years ago as a child. That's what keeps me going.
I would pay for that. I was at a event yesterday, and they were saying 15K.
Oh.
Yo, if you think about it, would you pay somebody 1,000? He said, "Oh, we'll do it for 12,000 for the year.
Oh.
And if you buy it now, you save like 47% or something like that."
Oh.
And he said, "Hey, would you pay an employee in the United States $1,000 a month to work for you? Can you find that? Of course you can, right?" And so the value of that $1,000 to reinvest in yourself, I think about as many goals as I have, as much of an environment, an entourage of people that I try to put around me, and how many people upkeep the principles that I need them to upkeep for themselves so that it could reciprocate and motivate me to do what I need to do.
Yeah.
It's very hard.
It's very hard?
Oh my God, it's extremely hard. I will call people and say, "Let's go exercise," and they won't pick up the phone.
Well, there's two things.
Yeah.
Shout out to my friend. She's the best. She will make it to the gym with me at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning.
Okay.
But I definitely think that even with having people around you, you need to make sure that you want it for yourself to begin with. So you have to practice, not just you, but people at large, but you have to practice the gym or whatever it is, whatever goals that you have. If it's something that you're scared of, you have to get out of that mindset and do it on your own. Because if you wait for other people, you will honestly wait forever. Like I probably would have been a lot further in a lot of the things that I've been doing, you know what I mean, if I decided at the time to just do it, as opposed to waiting for the right moment or the right person or the right connection to get out there and get started. So I think first, definitely make sure you want to exercise for you, right?
Right.
And then also, join the run clubs and stuff.
Exactly. So the idea behind what I'm saying is, it's great to have great friends, right?
Yeah.
If you want to find people that are working out,
you need to
find
go there.
them
Yeah.
at the gym.
Yeah.
If you want to go read more, maybe not the library, but maybe a bookstore or something, right?
Yeah.
Where people are out there doing the things where you can now network with them and create something that resonates with you to motivate. So you build that network around
proximity,
you, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And speaking of doing things, right? I think I'm going to transition us into our fun portion.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
We want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
What is one of the most adventurous things that you have done?
One of the most adventurous things. I've been really. I'm a risk taker, but I'm scared of a lot of little tiny things. So I don't have anything like super risky. But one of the things that I've been doing with my sister here and there, we would take one trip, like a 24-hour trip somewhere, and that's been very fun. So for New Year's, we ended up doing a 24-hour trip to New York, and we ended up going to go see Compa Kingdom, which was really fun. I guess that would be the riskiest thing. Yeah, that was at the Barclays Center. Yeah. That would be one of the riskier things, I guess, because it was just last minute. Why not? You should.
Inspiration. I've thought about it, but I've not done it.
And the rush of having to put an itinerary in 24 hours, I think that's the part that made it a little.
For 24 hours straight?
Oh, no, I took a nap at some point for sure. Yeah, I thought I could, but turns out I am getting old. So
they have places, they have pods in New York that you rent for like by the hour that you can sleep in. I've looked at them before.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I would dress like New York with my eyes closed, but like that.
Yeah, I agree.
They got a system to it.
Oh, they have a system.
Secure,
okay,
secure,
good.
secure.
Okay.
I was thinking more about COVID at the time. Like,
right.
Okay, how
they used to have
work?
those pods for the bathrooms.
Oh.
Till somebody got locked in and it cleaned itself with that person inside.
Oh.
And they got
Ouch.
because it flushes the entire thing. So, but anyway, I don't want to get into that. If you had a superpower, what would it be and what would you do with it?
I have a question. Does everybody else have powers?
No, super means you're above.
No, I know.
Yeah.
But see, my superpower, because I'm thinking logically here, right? If you have to pick one then that's just too much pressure.
Okay.
So if I were to pick one, I would pick one where I can exchange it, because I saw it in X-Men. You saw that one where if he was close to you, he would be able to take your power and then transfer it and everything.
Yeah, I know what you're
or if
talking
they if I saw someone else's power, I could recreate it and have that power for the rest of my life.
Networker
That's
here.
what basically. Yeah.
You know who to pull up on when
exactly.
to get that superpower.
Exactly. Or the power would be that if I saw the thing happen before, then I can recreate it. That way I'm not limited. One power is limited. You have to get a power that allows you to have everything else.
Next level.
You know what I mean?
Okay. You want to keep one of them? Or just keep that one position?
If I were to keep one, teleportation. I would be able to get anywhere. You know? That's today. Not it. You see what I mean?
I'm not even waiting for a superpower.
Sitting in traffic.
Need that. Forget about traffic. Forget about car insurance. Forget about
my God, yes.
No more Zooms for me. I'm popping up.
Could be in Bora Bora in the next second. That would be great.
I'd go to the bathroom and go to Bora Bora while I was in the bathroom.
Go to the bathroom in Bora Bora and come back.
Exactly.
Why
I'm
not?
going to the bathroom. Psych. I'm out of here. But kids, when their parents tell them don't go out tonight, forget it.
Yep.
They be out and about.
Yeah.
Playing in the park. You know. Let me think of another question.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead. Your turn, actually.
Let's see. If you had unlimited resources to do something media related, what would be something you would do today?
Oprah.
Oh, okay. No, definitely. I would open a media production company, and then I would invest some of the money in the stories that specifically, I would say just honestly Black and Haitian creators. Well, not that they're separate, but like specifically Black and then specifically Haitian creators would create, but stories that offer a different narrative than what the ones that we're used to. Is something that I was starved of as a child, of like seeing stories that look like me. I was still able to grab inspiration, like I said, from stories that maybe or not that don't look like me whatsoever. Legally Blonde has nothing to do with me in that way. But I think the power of the stories are remarkable, and we could use them. So I would do that. I would open a production company where I'm able to create movies surrounding stories that would help Haitian and Black people just see themselves differently, and then I would also use the space for advertising and publishing, so that I can continue to work with brands, because that's one of the things that I also really like to do. So yeah,
wonderful. So if you are out there and you are interested in helping Black creators and Haitian creators tell their own story, see themselves represented in a different way in media, and you have unlimited resources. Lindsay, how can they contact you and reach out to you?
Well, I have a website, www.officiallindsayf.com. You can go ahead and reach me out in there, reach out to me there. And I also am on Instagram at LindsayCLF.
Wonderful. Well, Shaw, do you have anything else to add before we go ahead and
I think she could
bring
drop
it home?
the mic.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Drop the mic.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. This was absolutely amazing.
I hope that someone watches this podcast and empowers themselves.
Oh, yes,
right?
for sure.
Not just for themselves, but for the community.
I hope so. I really, really hope so. I don't hesitate to reach out, honestly. I if you need a supportive team to keep you accountable or something like that, reach out. It's something that I hope to be able to build community to.
You are.
No, in a more formal sense. I have community, of course, and on social media is a way I connect with that community. How would you think it would
change from what you're doing now, because you're in the trenches?
I guess, yeah, you're right, actually. It's not necessarily,
everything you're doing is not to be taken as a hobby.
Yeah, no, not at all. But like you said, I definitely hope this helps someone for sure. And inspires them.
All right, everyone. So as we wrap up today's episode of the Haitian Community Podcast, I want to thank Lindsay Francois.
She got it.
Okay, y'all. I told y'all by the end of the podcast, I would get it. We want to thank you so much for just the testimony that you are of someone who is so passionate about where you come from and who takes that passion and desire to show who you are as a creator, as a talented person, a writer, a graphic designer, oh my God, media specialist, and how you use your talents to empower other people who look like you, right?
Yeah.
And how you create narratives and how you empower people. We want to thank you so much for blessing the world with your gift.
Thank you.
For having a heart of wanting to sow what you hope to reap, right? And I want to thank you for extending that joy and that hope to us here at the Haitian community. And it is our hope that the event that's going to happen June 29th is going to blow everyone's mind.
Yes.
Yes.
We're excited.
And, as well as the launch.
Yes.
I thought it was just for women. I
wasn't
sure.
No, it's never. It's not just women. Men can definitely come too. Yeah, I'll make an exception for you guys.
There we go. Shaw's in, y'all.
Yeah.
If you love this podcast and you would like to hear more about amazing, inspiring individuals who are impacting the Haitian community, you already know what to do. At all social media platforms at /Empower Haitians. Follow us, and on YouTube, we are the Haitian Community Podcast. Chez Amis, we'll see you again. Thank you, everyone.
Yo, Brittany got it, yo.
I know, right? That was great.
Yo, you got it.